Hi, my name is Dawn, and I've been learning things from Scott Conway for over 10 years, and I wanted to share some of what his impact of what he's taught me and how I've applied it to my life.
All right, so tell us about your experience with language of emotions.
Language of emotions taught me how to take control of my life. For most of my life, I felt like it lived me, and other people lived me, and what other people did to me, said to me, made me react was what controlled my life and what lived me. And learning about language of emotions, what my emotions mean, what other people's emotions mean, how I can respond instead of react, and what each of the things that I feel inside are trying to tell me. There's negative emotions, which are the emotions that prompt change. There's positive emotions; those are the ones that are happy and good, and that you want to duplicate. And there's ways to find what each one of the things that you feel mean to you, whether they be the positive ones, the negative ones, what you want to duplicate, what you want to get rid of. It's a great way to, as I call it, debaggage your life, because you have these emotions and you can ask yourself, what does this really mean? What's really going on here inside of me? What can I do about this? And you can change and define and know what's going on inside of you, and you have freedom and happiness, and you can really debaggage your life. You can rescript things and redefine things and know what it is that they mean, and stop having people live your life for you, or that you react in such a way, but you know how to respond and how to talk to other people, and to understand even when they're angry or upset with you, or what their meanings of the different things they feel with you are.
And you have a lot of experience with the pure power, the forgiveness, and beyond. What's your experience with forgiveness?
Forgiveness was the launching pad for one of the first things that Scott taught me. It gave me a sense of freedom in that unforgiveness locks you in a prison. We've all heard that before, that it's like taking your unforgiveness as like poison that you take yourself, and different euphemisms like that. It's a prison, and the techniques that he teaches, the program defines forgiveness, what it is, what it isn't, gives you techniques and ways to walk all the way through it. And you don't have to have the person there. If there's people in your past or people in your present that did things to you that you need to forgive, they don't need to be there. There's some people you cannot deal with, you can't have a conversation with, you can't talk to, and they either won't understand, they're gone, they're not in your life anymore, they've passed away. And that these techniques help you to find the peace and find the freedom. And it really was the launching pad of everything that he taught me. It was one of the first things I did, especially self-forgiveness of things in your past, things that you had control of, didn't have control of, but to forgive yourself and go through the steps and the processes to find the freedom and find the happiness, and just launch really far forward in forgiving yourself and forgiving other people.
Now, you've also had experience with holographic immersion definitions, the HIDef program. Tell us a little bit about that.
Holographic immersions definitions program, we all have subconscious ideas of what events and what things mean. Marriage, parenting, husband, wife, friend, employee, parents, mom, dad. We all have subconscious ideas that have been modeled for us, imprinted on us from birth, from all of our experiences. And some of them aren't so good, and some of them are good, and some are healthy, and some are not healthy. And you run an autopilot with these definitions, and you don't always know what they are. The HIDef program gives you a way to find them and find if they're healthy, if they're good ones you want to keep, to adjust them, to completely change them, to redefine what different things mean in your life, and brings you much healthier relationships. Bad things happen, and if that's the imprinting that you had, it certainly can be changed around. So many of mine were changed, and it's a really simple process that you just walk through, and it can take time, but it really, really is one of his cutting edge technologies, because you can talk, you can do the positive thinking, you can do the mantras, you can do all of things that are so good and that other people teach, but if there's something inside of you that has a definition that is counterproductive or sabotaging you and you don't know it, this is the way to find that and to get through and redefine things and make things healthier and make definitions healthier of whatever it is in your life.
So if someone's trying to decide between buying one of the programs, all three of the programs, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, all three have helped me so much that I would say all three, definitely all three. The Pure Power, the forgiveness one was my first one. It's really difficult because they all kind of intertwine. Probably, I don't know. I would have to say all three. Buy all three. Buy all three.
Okay, well that'll be perfect. Well, thank you.
I can't separate it because so much of it all kind of goes together. I did the Pure Power, the forgiveness stuff first, and it would probably bring some freedom first and bring you to a place to be able to do the other two probably in the same order that I did. Oh, there was a couple other things that I wanted to say, so I asked if I could record them. With the HIDef program, being a parent myself, I'm a mom of 5 boys, that is a phenomenal program to A, learn yourself, but B, understand the gravity of the definitions that you instill in your children, where you can actually, I don't want to say program, but it's a modeling process, and it's installing healthy definitions for your children so that they don't have the problems of having to go back through and unbaggage their lives when they're adults and when they're grown-ups. If you can learn the HIDef yourself and have healthy definitions yourself, you certainly can model and help your children learn correct definitions for man, woman, husband, parent, wife, anything, the things, the roles that people have in the parts of their life that people have. The Pure Power program, one of the best things, and again, this comes up because I am a parent and it's something that I've taught my children. Scot teaches a 4-point apology in the Pure Power program, and it's a way to really make effective apologies to people and to forgive yourself. But part of the process that's really good with kids is it's a form of an apology that allows them to learn not to do it again. The things that they have done wrong or the mistakes that they have made, when you actually have to do this form of apology, which is really simple, taught my kids from like 3 and 4 years old when they did something wrong, and it builds relationships and it anchors to the adult or child or whatever, but especially in this case I was thinking of my kids, not to do that kind of behavior and make those mistakes again. So 2 really big things coming from a parenting perspective, which we all want our kids to have better and do better and be better than we did. So thank you.